Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Silvana and in today's class we will do an energizing yoga flow designed for intermediate practitioners that are seeking a rejuvenating full body stretch. This dynamic sequence combines strength building poses with mindful stretches, leaving you refreshed and rejuvenated. So whenever you're ready, roll out your mat and let's get started. Let's start today's class seated on the mat. Rolling your shoulders a little bit back, find a comfortable seat, placing the hands onto your knees, and then just close your eyes. Take a moment to arrive. Breathing deeply in through the nose, and then exhale slowly out through the nose again. Letting go of any tension. Inhale and exhale, letting go of any distractions. Just completely arrive here in the present, on the mat, within your body and with yourself. Taking one more big inhale and exhale out. On your next exhale, let your head drop forward, bringing the chin towards the chest. Try to release all the weight from your head. Maybe sway the head a little bit from side to side, releasing any tension from the neck. If it feels good, you might want to roll your head all the way back and around. First one way for a couple of times. Keep on breathing deeply through the nose, releasing any tension. And then rotate the head the other way back and around, if that feels okay on the neck. Slowly come back to center. Let's do some seated cat and cows. As you inhale, roll the shoulders back, open the chest, lean back from your upper back. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, belly in, chin to chest. Inhale again as you open the collarbones, gaze up. Exhale, hunch, let the shoulders come forward, gaze down to the navel. Take 2 more breaths like this, warming up the spine, getting some movement here into the back, moving with your breath. Come back to center, reach both arms up, inhale. Exhale, spinal twist to the left, left hand behind the back and gaze over your left shoulder. Feel the crown of your head reaching up to the ceiling, spine long. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Pull yourself deeply into that twist. One more breath. And then release, both arms up again. Inhale, coming back to center. And as you exhale, let the upper body fold forward into a seated forward fold. Reaching the fingertips far away from you. Let the forehead come closer down towards the floor. Keep the sitting bones grounded. Take one more big breath here. And then walk the hands back towards you, arms up, inhale. Exhale, interlock the fingers behind the back and inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulder blades back, let the head drop back. Opening the collarbones, find a nice backward bend. One more breath here. And release, coming back to center, taking the legs out in front, shake them out a little bit. And we come onto our hands and knees into a tabletop position. Knees are hip width apart, and let's turn our hands around so the fingers are pointing towards us. If this hurts you, the fingers can also point outwards. Cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, draw the shoulders back and gaze up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, chin to chest. Inhale again as you open the chest, cow pose. Exhale, cat stretch, feel the stretch in the upper back. Taking 2 more breaths like this. Moving with the breath and try to connect the movement with the breath. Creating space between each vertebra. Slowly coming to a stop again. Turn the hands back around. And then walk the hands over towards the left side of your mat. Gaze over the left shoulder and make that rib-hip connection on the left side. Opening up through the right side body. Back to center. And let's take it to the other side. Both hands to the right side of the mat. Gaze over your right shoulder. Draw the right shoulder a little bit further back. 1 more breath. And then slowly come back to center. Tucking both toes under. Sit the hips back to your heels and reach both arms up over the head. Create fists with your hands and just rotate out the wrists a little bit. Head relaxed, keeping the gaze down. Take 1 more breath and release the hands. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Press through the hands and let's walk it out. Bending 1 knee at a time, pedaling the heels down, warming up the legs, head relaxed, and eventually come into that full downward dog. Push through the hands. Spine long, tailbone pointing up high. Keep your knees bent in case the hamstrings are tight. Soften the ankles, let the heels sink down towards the mat. And then lift the head, shift the weight forward, plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, strong core. Chest engaged, squeeze the buttocks, core engaged. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the knees, bend the elbows, bringing the chest and chin down, Eatling's pose. Lower all the way down. Let's take the forehead onto the mat. Inhale, lift the head and chest into a cobra. Exhale, release back down. Moving with the breath. Inhale, press through the hands, lift the chest. Exhale as you release. Let's take 2 more breaths like this. Warming up our lower back. And last breath, lifting up to cobra. And exhale, release all the way down. Press through the hands, bend the knees and tuck the toes. Come back to downward facing dog. Head relaxed, feet hip width apart. Push the mat away with your hands. Long spine. Shift the weight to your right foot and then lift the left leg up behind you into a 3-legged dog, keeping the hips square. Press through the hands. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, pull the knee forward to the chest and step the left foot through in between the hands. Low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, let the hips sink forward and down. Feel the stretch in your right hip extender. Maybe lift the left heel as well. Feel an even deeper stretch and feel your calf muscle work. Keep on reaching through the fingertips. Inhale. And then exhale, release the hands back down. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Cross-legged forward fold. Right foot comes next to the left so that your left leg is in front. Right leg in the back. And let your upper body fold over your left thigh. The weight is in your toes. You can either stay here or push the hips over to your right side and walk the hands towards the left side, opening up through the right side body. And then walk back to center. Fold over the legs, half moon, lifting the right leg up. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Stack the hips on top of each other. Find that balance. Press through the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Bend both knees. Right knee comes behind the left foot. Sitting the buttocks down. Find your seated spinal twist. Left hand behind the back. Gaze over your left shoulder. Pull that left knee towards the chest. Inhale. Feel the spine long. Exhale, twisting deeply into this pose. Take a moment, connecting with your breath. Inhale and exhale out. Slowly release. Gaze to the front and twist your upper body. Let's find cow face. Stack your knees on top of each other, keeping both knees bent and the sitting bones grounded. Take your left arm over the right, bend the elbows, eagle arms. Pull the elbows over to the right side and then gaze over your left shoulder. Feel the stretch in that outer left shoulder. Keeping the gaze relaxed. 2 breaths here. 1 more breath. Relax the shoulders down. Coming back to center. Reach the elbows up and lean a little bit back from your upper back. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Fold over the legs and try to bring the elbows over your left knee. Relax the head down, keeping the sitting bones grounded. Breathe deeply into those outer hips. Slowly lift back up to center. Release the arms. And then bringing the left foot back onto the mat, shift the weight forward and step your right leg all the way back, coming into a high lunge. Keep your right heel lifted. Inhale, both arms up, hips face forward. Exhale, kicking that right heel a little bit further back and sink deeply into your lunge. Inhale, exhale, open the arms, twist to your left side, right arm reaches forward and left arm is reaching back. Either stay here or take the left hand onto the back of your right leg. Right arm is reaching up to the ceiling. Gaze over the left shoulder, twisting deeply. Keeping the legs strong, front knee bent. Rotate a little bit more. Inhale. And exhale, stay in the twist. Just take the right hand down, left arm lifts. Find a simple twist. Rotate the chest up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards the left hand. Inhale. Exhale, release your right knee down. Flatten the toes behind you. Low lunge. Maybe bend the right knee and reach back with your left hand. Get hold of the foot. Pull the heel towards the buttocks and gaze over your left shoulder for corkscrew pose. Let your hips be heavy. 1 more breath here. And then slowly release the foot. Gaze towards the front of the mat. Take both hands onto the mat, left foot in the center. Tucking the back toes, lift the back knee and then step it back to downward facing dog. Walk it out a little bit. Maybe shifting the hips a little bit from side to side, releasing any tension. Eventually find that full downward dog. Inhale, lift the head, lower the hips, come back to plank. Maybe shift the weight forward, come onto the tippy toes, core engaged, keep the hips lifted. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or upward facing dog. Gaze up, draw the shoulders back, let the hips be heavy. Inhale here and then exhale. Bend the knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Relax the head. Center yourself. Feet hip width apart and hands are shoulder width apart. One more breath here. And then shift the weight into your left foot. Lift the right leg up behind you. Three-legged dog. Press through the hands. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, pull the knee forward to the chest. Step the foot through. Low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, let the hips sink forward and down. Either stay here or maybe lifting the right heel up as well. Feel a deeper stretch in your left hip extender. 2 more breaths here. Create length in your side body. 1 more breath. And then release the hands. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, cross-legged forward fold. Step the left foot to the right side. Let the upper body fold over your legs. Try to keep the back leg, the left leg, as long as possible. Feel the stretch in your hamstring. Shift the weight into the toes, hips up high. Either stay here or maybe come into your side stretch. Shift the hips to the left side and walk the hands over towards your right. Feel the stretch through the left side body, keeping the head relaxed, reaching the left fingertips a bit further away. 1 more breath here, and find center again. Half moon on the left side. Lift the left leg up. Reach the left arm up. Stack the hips on top of each other. Maybe turn the head. Press through your standing leg. Keep the left leg engaged, lifting the heel up high. Take 1 more breath here. And then gaze down, bend both knees. Left knee behind the right foot, sitting the buttocks down, seated spinal twist. Pull the right knee towards the chest. Take the right hand behind your back and gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, make sure the spine is nice and long, crown of the head lifting you up. Exhale, pull yourself a little bit deeper into the twist. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths here. Take 1 more breath and then slowly release. Gaze to the front, untwist the upper body and find cow face. Stack the knees on top of each other as close together as you can. Eagle arms, bringing the right arm over the left, bend the elbows and then pull the elbows towards your left side and gaze over your right shoulder. Try to keep the shoulders down, away from your ears. Feel the stretch in that outer right shoulder. Two more breaths. And 1 more breath here. Slowly return the elbows back towards the center and gaze to the front. Lift the elbows and lean back from the upper back, gaze up towards the ceiling. Let the shoulder blades come further forward. Feel the stretch through the shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale, let the upper body fold over the legs. Try to bring the elbows over your right knee. Relax the head. Keep the sitting bones grounded and breathe deeply into your outer hips. 2 more breaths here. And 1 more deep breath. And then slowly release, lifting the upper body back up and release your arms. Taking the right foot back in front onto the mat, shift the weight forward and step the left leg all the way back, coming into a high lunge. Left heel lifted, toes point forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend deeply into the lunge, kicking the left heel back. Right knee is on top of your right ankle. Find that balance. Strong legs. Keep the weight balanced. Inhale. Exhale, open the arms, twist to your right side. Left arm is reaching forward and right arm is reaching back. Gaze over the right shoulder, maybe pulling the right hip a little bit further back. Either stay here or bring the right hand onto the back of the left leg. Reach the left arm by your ear, gaze over the right shoulder, find a deep twist. Inhale here. Exhale, release your left hand down onto the mat. Right arm is reaching up to the ceiling and find a simple twist. Rotate the chest, reaching up high, gaze up. Stay here, strong legs. Inhale and exhale. Rotate the chest a little bit more. One more inhale. Exhale, release the left knee onto the mat. Stay in the twist and you might want to find corkscrew. Bend the left knee. Get hold of the left foot with your right hand and pull the left heel a little bit closer towards the buttocks. Gaze over the right shoulder. Let the hips be heavy. Feel the stretch in your left thigh. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. And then slowly let go of the left foot again, extending the left leg out. Bring both hands onto the mat and walk your right foot to center. Tucking the back toes, lift the back knee and then step back, downward facing dog. Walk it out, pedaling the heels down and maybe shift the hips a bit from side to side as well, releasing any tension. Eventually come back into that full downward dog. Press through the hands, long spine. Let the heels sink down to the mat. Inhale, shoot forward, come into plank pose, onto the tippy toes. Strong core, squeeze the buttocks. Exhale, lower all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra pose, open the chest. Gaze up, draw the shoulders back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips, press through the hands, head relaxed. Center yourself. Find your breath. And then shift the weight into your right foot. Lift the left leg, bend the left knee and open the hip. So the left foot falls to the right side, left knee points up high. Press through the left hand. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, pull the knee forward to the chest, round through the back. And then step the foot through, high lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sink deeply into the lunge. Keep the weight balanced in both feet. Find that balance point. Inhale. Exhale, half moon. Bring your left hand down in front. Kick the right leg up. Reaching the right arm up to the ceiling. Gaze up. Try to stack the hips on top of each other. Strong legs. 1 more breath. Bend the left knee, take the right leg back behind you, warrior 2. Left knee in line with your left ankle. You can always align yourself if you need to. Take the arms in line with the shoulders and gaze through the left fingertips. Inhale, reach your left arm forward and then exhale, peaceful warrior. Bend back from your upper body, right hand on the back of the leg. Gaze up to the ceiling. Left arm by your ear, keep the front knee nicely bent, opening the side body. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, take your left hand on the outside of the left foot. foot, extended side angle. Bringing the right arm by your ear, reach the right fingertips far out in front of you. Create length through the whole side body, rotating the chest up towards the ceiling. Inhale, and then exhale, release your right hand back down onto the mat. Lift the right heel and lift the left arm. Simple twist. Rotate the chest, gaze up. One more breath. Wild thing. Drop the back heel. Take the left leg over the right. Flip around. Open the chest. Let the head drop back. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Flip back around. Plank pose. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Gaze up. Exhale. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Well done. Take a moment, center yourself. Finding your breath, the natural breath. Press through the hands, opening the chest up towards the thighs. One more breath here. And then shift the weight into your left leg. Right leg lifts up behind you. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Gaze underneath your right armpit. Right knee is pointing up high. Create length through the side body. One more inhale. Exhale, square the hips. Pull the knee forward to the chest. And then step the foot through in between your hands, finding a high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Balance. Exhale, kicking the left heel a bit further back. Feel the hips opening, strong legs. Inhale here. Exhale, finding that lunge. Hold the balance. One more inhale. Exhale, half moon. Bringing the right hand down. Left arm lifts, kicking the left heel up high, stacking the hips on top of each other. Pressing through the standing leg. Gaze up if you can, but if you have trouble balancing, you can always keep the gaze down to the mat as well. Take one more breath here. Find warrior two. Bringing the left leg far back behind you. Open the arms in line with the shoulders. Gaze through the fingertips. Right knee on top of your right ankle. Pressing the right knee slightly outwards, opening the hips. Shoulders relaxed, find stillness. One more breath here. Inhale, reach your right arm forward until the body says stop. Exhale, bend back, peaceful warrior. Left hand on the back of the left leg. Gaze up. Right knee in line with the right ankle, opening up the right side body, making that rib-hip connection on the left. Inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, right hand on the outside of the right foot. Reach the left arm by your ear. Gaze up to the ceiling. Create one nice long line from your left hand down to the left heel and keep on rotating the chest. Inhale. Exhale, release your left hand back down. Lift the left heel. Reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Simple twist. Gaze up. One more breath here. And then drop the left heel. Find wild thing. Take the right leg over the left. Bringing the ball of the foot onto the floor. Push the hips up. Let the head drop back. Left arm by your ear, opening the chest. Feel the heart opening towards the ceiling. And then flip it around, plank pose. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening the heart. Exhale, drop the knees, bend the knees, child pose. Take the knees as wide as the mat, press through the hands. Let the hips sink down to the heels and rest the forehead on the mat. Taking a few deep breaths here into the belly. Re-energize the body with your breath. Take one more breath here. And then slowly lift the head, walk the hands towards you, come to seated on the heels. Lift the hips up, knees are hip-width apart, camel pose. Take your hands onto the lower back, push the hips forward, elbows point back, leaning back from the upper back. Either keeping the hands on the lower back, or you can release the hands onto the heels. Tuck the toes under if you need to. Head drops back, open up the chest, keep on squeezing the buttocks and push the hips forward. Feel the work in the lower back. Feel the chest opening. One more breath here. And then slowly release. Bring the hands back to the lower back and lift back up to center. Bring the hands onto the mat and tuck your toes for Malasana squat. Shift the weight onto the feet, take the feet as wide as the mat and your toes are slightly turned outwards. Hands in front of the heart, let the hips sink low and use the triceps to press the knees a little bit further out. Bringing the outer arch of the feet down onto the mat, lift the heels if you need to. Crown of the head reaches up. Bring the weight back, hips are sinking down low. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, release the hands down, extend the legs, fold forward. Walk the feet together and find a deep forward fold. Getting hold of your ankles or the back of the legs. Bend the knees if you need to and pull yourself forward. Bringing the belly over the thighs, head relaxed. Take one more breath here. The weight is in the toes. And then bend the knees and one vertebra at a time, roll yourself up, come to standing on the mat. Rolling the shoulders back, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach both arms up, bend back, gaze up. Exhale, dive all the way back forward again. Bend the knees, walk the hands forward and find a plank pose. Shoulders over the wrists, engage the core, squeeze the buttocks. Push the mat away with your hands, chest is engaged. Drop the heels to the right side, lift the left arm, side plank, gaze up towards the left hand. Pushing the hips up high, engage the obliques. Inhale here, exhale back into plank pose, both hands on the mat, lift the heels. Drop them to the left side, reach the right arm up, side plank to the right. Gaze up to the ceiling. Squeeze the side body, inhale, push the hips up high. Exhale, come back into plank pose, both hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale here, exhale, bring the knees down and find a tabletop position. Hips in line with the knees and hands are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, reach your right arm up, twist to your right side, gaze up. Exhale, thread the needle, right arm underneath your left. Bring the side of the right shoulder, the side of the head down, and maybe wrap your left arm around your back. Bringing that weight onto the right shoulder. Feel the stretch in your outer right shoulder. Relaxing the head, relax the face. Keeping the hips in line with your knees and just breathe. Taking one more breath here. And then bring the left hand back next to the head, press through the hand, find tabletop position. Left arm lifts, inhale, gaze up. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm underneath your right. bring the shoulder and the side of the head down and maybe wrap your right arm around the back. Relaxing the head and the face. Feel the stretch in your outer left shoulder. Breathing deeply in and out. Find stillness. Take one more deep breath here. And we release. Right hand next to the head. Press through the hand and find tabletop position. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Let the hips sink back to your heels and find child pose again. Rest the forehead on the mat and press the palms into the mat. Create a nice long spine. Inhale and exhale out. Release any tension from the body. Taking one more deep breath here. And then lift your head, walk the hands towards you so that you come to seated on the mat, extending the legs out in front of you. Bend both knees and bring your feet together. Take your hands behind the knees and find boat pose. Lean back until you find a balance point on your tailbone. Lift the feet, shin bones are coming parallel towards the ceiling. You might want to reach the arms out in front of you. Keep a nice long spine. Keep the core engaged. Knees close to the chest. Inhale. And then exhale, find half boat. Lower the lower back down onto the mat. Extend the legs out in front of you. Keep the shoulders lifted. Maybe reaching the arms up over the head as well. Feel the shake in the core. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath here. And then release everything down. Well done. Breathing deeply. Stretch the whole body. Relax the head. Bringing the arms back by your side. Bend both knees and hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rocking a little bit from side to side, massaging the spine. Slowly bring the legs into a tabletop position and the arms shoulder width away from the body, palms face up to the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, let both legs fall to your left side. Find a spinal twist. Bringing the left hand onto the legs for a little bit of extra grounding and let your head fall to the right side and gaze over your right shoulder. Close your eyes. Let yourself become heavy. Inhale. And exhale, feel the right shoulder blade melting even further down into the mat. Become aware of any sensations within your body. Visualize your body melting down into the floor. Slowly release, gaze up towards the ceiling, both arms shoulder width away. Inhale, lifting the legs back up, both hips on the mat. Exhale, let your legs fall to your right side, stacking the hips and knees on top of each other. Gaze over the left shoulder. You can take your right hand onto the legs for a little bit of extra grounding. Close your eyes. Pressing the left shoulder a bit further down into the mat. Breathing deeply in and exhale, letting go. Let yourself be heavy. And then slowly release, gaze up, lifting the knees up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, placing both feet back down onto the mat and extend the legs all the way out, bringing the feet together. Interlock your fingers, palms up, reach the arms over the head and give yourself a very last stretch. Arms up, toes down, stretch, 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 and release. One more time, make yourself very long, engage all the muscles, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then slowly release. Bring the arms back by your side. And let's find our very last pose, Shavasana. Let your toes fall outwards, bringing the arms a bit away from the body and palms face up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Return to your deep yoga breath. Breathing deeply in through the nose and exhale slowly out. Let the effects of today's practice soak into your body. Inhale and exhale. Let your body melt down into the floor. With each breath, allow yourself to become more and more relaxed. Slowly start to release your Shavasana, introducing some small movements back into your body. Wiggling fingers and toes and start stretching yourself a little bit. Rolling onto your side first, give your body a moment to readjust. Enjoy the stillness and calmness for a few more moments. Whenever you're ready, slowly lift yourself up to come back to being seated on your mat, finding a comfortable cross-legged seat. Feel your spine long, keeping the eyes closed. Feel the energy going through your body. And then slowly opening your eyes. Inhale, reach both arms over the head, interlock the fingers, palms up, and give yourself a little side stretch. First to one side, and then to the other side. Come back to center, release the arms, warming up the palms, close your eyes. And then place the palms in front of your closed eyes and slowly open the eyes into your palms. and release your hands. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed the class. If so, give this video a thumbs up or leave me a comment below. Subscribe to my channel for more classes of Pilates and yoga. Hope to see you next time. Namaste.